Hey kids, we're back. You're watching Guitar Quackery Live. And yeah, we're live here. Guitar Quackery Live is the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. Today we're doing something special. And let me grab the link to this. We're not working on a customer's guitar today. That's already different. And unusual, right? Yeah, we have a special guest today, Dr. Williams. She's a guitar pathologist. Okay, I want to just send a link here to Dr. Dan. Let me see, because Dr. Dan is going to be overseeing this project. Dr. Dan is a colleague of mine. Let's see. Yeah, so, well, we don't have an audience yet. So if you're hearing this and seeing this, you must be watching a replay. But here, I just sent the link to Dr. Dan, who's going to be overseeing this. Because it's a very serious project. It's done through the New York City Department of Guitar Maintenance and Repairs. So it's official. So Dr. Williams is doing her postdoctorate in, well, where is she? I don't know. Well, you know, kids these days, unreliable, unbelievable. Yeah, it's like I do this on time and she's not even here. Should I call her? Call her. No, she says I'm here on the text message. You're here? Oh, you're here?
I'm here.
Well, okay. Oh, hold on. So Dr. Williams is here. And, well, let me show you on the outside right here. So what do we have here?
Hey, we got this sent in to us from the street. Someone found it.
Oh, I thought it was donated, like for science.
Yes, they donated it to us after they found it.
Right, okay. So this is a guitar cadaver. I kind of feel grossed out a little bit.
Don't be a baby.
Oh, yeah. So today, today is a different day. So let's get busy. So what exactly are we doing? So you're doing your postdoctorate or something? Did I understand that correctly?
I'm doing my postdoctorate in guitar forensics.
Ah, okay. And this, somebody already messed with this?
Yes. We're going to see what they did.
So we're going to examine, and you're going to correct all the mistakes that have been done to this poor guitar, right? Let's just move it there a little bit so that our viewers can have a better look at this. Would you, should you open it or should I? No, I think you better do it. You're more used to this. Yeah, okay. So let's have, oh, before we go any further, so if you're like not used to this is going to be graphic, obviously. Viewer discretion is strongly advised, right? And if you're a minor, have a parent with you. All right. So shall we continue?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the guitar cadaver that was donated to science. Okay. And right there. Okay. I think we can grab it together like this, right? And transfer it over here. Okay. And I'll put the just like that. All right. Okay. Like I said, we're doing something different. And should we move this away? What's the procedure?
We should clear our station.
Just clear our station. Okay. Did you hear that? Clear our station. Okay. So I don't know a lot of the jargon that, you know, Dr. Williams might be using, but we can start, I guess. So I already see a few problems, but this isn't my project. Would you like to start explaining, doctor? Or
Okay, so right here we can see that our bridge is removed from the body
You
of the
removed
guitar.
it.
All right.
who removed it?
It came like this when it was donated.
When it was donated. Okay. And have you found any traces of that work had been done before?
Yes, there seems to be some sanding. There's some glue residue left over. All right. The same thing with the body of it.
So was this done by a professional, by an amateur?
A total amateur.
A total amateur. Okay. What I want to do, doctor, is I'll place this camera over there so that our audience can see a close-up, and I'll let you navigate through this. Like I said, kids, this is my project, and Dr. Dan is also watching us because he's overseeing this. I mean, I'm sure you're aware of that. So let's see. Okay. So you were saying something about glue residue?
Right here along the sides, you can see it a lot, and on the body as well. And then the sanding
right there,
and
yeah.
scratch marks as well.
Scratch marks. And what happened to this? What is your opinion?
It seems to be a weak spot where the bridge snapped off from the original part of the body.
I see.
And onto here, where we can see some remains.
So we see some remains there, yeah. But what happened to it, we don't know, right? This was done by... This is why you're doing this forensics work and trying to investigate. Yeah, I understand. Now, you will be doing a full restoration, right, of the guitar? The bridge is going to go back on? And
yes.
Yeah, but we can't obviously do everything today because there's gluing and clamping involved. And okay. And what kind of adhesive do you recommend?
For this one, we're going to use an epoxy to help fill in these gaps. We wouldn't use a wood filler like Tight Bond because it wouldn't work for this job in particular.
Oh, I see. Oh, this is why you have the epoxy here.
Yes.
So it's a two-part epoxy. Oh, and I see. That's good. You picked the 30-minute epoxy for this?
Yes, we got to take our time.
Right. Okay. So in terms of prepping this for the glue-up, what do you recommend would be the procedure?
To start with our bridge, get this underneath the scope and start...
this scope?
Yes, our scope over here to start removing some of this excess, to smooth this out, get rid of the excess glue. Same thing with the body, get rid of the excess glue, really make this flesh together.
Right, because yeah, exactly, because we don't want to put fresh adhesive onto the old glue. I didn't think of that. Yeah. So you're going to be using the scope?
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, good. So why don't we gently put the guitar here, and I am going to actually bring a chair. I'm sure you can sit here. It's a small space, you know. Guitar Quackery is actually the smallest shop in town, as I'm sure you know if you've ever watched any of the videos. So let me bring this chair. And what kind of tools are you going to be using for this?
We're going to use a heat gun to help remove the glue, as well as a few different scraper tools to get off the residue.
Oh, you already... yeah, this is the assistant prepped this here, right? Yeah, excellent. Yeah, they did a good job. Okay, so this, and I actually got some of my scrapers here as well. If you know, you're welcome to use it if you wish. So what I find useful is, let me just get this so that we can show from above. Do you want to use this one?
Yes, that seems good.
That seems good, right?
Nice flat edge as well.
Right, and if we need more, we'll keep this here for now. And now let's just set up the microscope. And you said you needed a heat gun? Is that
Yes. Let me just move in closer.
Okay. And you've done this before, right? Obviously.
Plenty of times.
Plenty of times, okay. So that's the heat gun. Now, the glue up isn't going to happen today because this is, the first procedure, obviously, in this full restoration project.
Yes, this is a very slow, careful process.
Right. Okay. So, how are you going to be holding the bridge?
I'm going to have something to support it,
Like what?
like a clamp.
Yeah, I don't have a clamp. We can use. I have this vise. Do you think this one is too large? Sometimes. Yeah, I have an idea. We can place this vise over here, and then. So we're not prepared, but it's going to work out. Yeah, she's a professional. So is this the right size?
Maybe a little bit wider.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right. So you can squeeze it now, I guess, right?
Back the other direction.
Yeah. And this is really solid, right? So this is going to secure everything. Let's see if we have the right focal length here. Is this going to be too high for you for the microscope?
Yes, I think I need to raise the chair.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if it goes up higher. Careful, the camera's behind you. Let's see if this works better. I'll move it closer. Can I?
Table.
Okay.
We gotta watch the table, doctor.
Yeah. Do you feel you can work like this?
Yes, I can work like this.
Excellent. Right. All right. So, kids, here it is. So it's gonna start blowing. Now, if you do this at home with a heat gun, it's a heat gun, right? So don't touch this. I just want to tell them so that they know if they ever use this kind of equipment, just so that they know. Okay. For the benefit of anyone watching this at home, this is a heat gun. This part, if you ever use this kind of equipment, gets really hot, right? So we wouldn't ever want to touch this. We always want to just grab it here or here. Now we can just set our temperature here and our fan speed. You want it like a higher speed, right, doctor?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, and she's going to be holding it right here, obviously. And now we can move it, and we can see through the microscope. Where we are melting the glue, right? Is that right, doctor?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to keep it steady.
And let's see if... Oh, you're already scraping it. Or you're trying to scrape it, okay. Is it getting softer already?
Yes, we can see it moving.
Right, I can see that. So this is going to take a minute, right? But we do need to remove all of this glue.
Yes.
Before we put the new adhesive. Now, doctor, would you like me to hold the heat gun for you?
Yep.
Excellent. All right. So now let me hold the heat gun. Since we are, in fact, doing this together, I might as well hold the heat gun. You think we should increase the temperature a bit?
Yes.
Seems like, right?
It's already starting to cool.
Yeah, so we got to focus it here. Here you go, doctor, if you want. Do you have microscopes like this at the forensics lab?
Of course.
So do you know what kind of adhesive this is, the old glue?
Can't quite tell.
Yeah, we might send it to the lab for analysis.
Yes, it's bubbling up.
If there's a budget for it, I'm not really sure. Is there a budget for it?
Hey,
Budget is always tight.
in any department.
Yeah. So we want to show you a little bit on the inside. We're focusing the heat right there. Oh, that's a good technique. Now, we're not too worried about damaging the surface of the wood because we are going to use epoxy as a filler anyway, right, doctor?
Yep. Our 30-minute.
The 30-minute epoxy, which gives us plenty of open time.
Yes, to work with it.
Exactly, yeah. That was a good choice of adhesive, I think. And obviously, I think this guitar, you see how, this is why it came off, right? Because they used wood glue as a filler. And that's not a strong glue joint.
The more we take it off, that seems to be the conclusion.
Yeah, it's quite thick. And it's not quite melting the way that we used to. I don't even know what kind of glue this is.
Yes, it's bubbling up.
And we see some, so those are hairs from the brush that they used, right?
Yes. They got some foreign entities in the glue.
Oh, do you think those are pubic hairs?
I think it's more of a tool type of hair than human.
Right. So you don't think that this is something that the assailant left behind? Should we collect it as trace evidence, or?
Yes.
So this piece, maybe?
Yes, that's a nice sizable piece.
Right. So let me get tweezers or something.
Okay, let me move away.
Am I allowed to take it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is important trace evidence. We're going to send it to the, forensics lab, is that it?
Yep.
I'm going to put it here for now. We're going to properly bag it, and we'll let you know what the conclusion is in one of the following upcoming episodes. Oh, look, we have an audience. Aficionado is here. So, do you guys think that dry ice would be a good option to remove glue?
What do you say, doctor?
So somebody is asking here online, do you guys think that dry ice would be a good option to remove glue? And there's a typo here. Since, so he's dictating, so, and it's autocorrecting. Since would freeze the glue and then you could just scrape it up. I mean, we can try. Doctor, have you ever used dry ice to remove glue residue?
Mostly just the heat gun. That's something new.
Yeah. Okay. But that's something we can research for the future. If there's a budget for it. Oh, do you want me to hold the heat gun? Yeah.
That'd be most appreciated.
Right. This is really stubborn glue.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's show you from here.
Hold on.
Now, do we collect all the hairs, or is one enough, you think?
I think one should suffice.
But what if it's not from the same assailant? What if there were multiple?
Okay, then let me try and pick up a good chunk from this one too. You raise a great question.
Right. So, let's see.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm going to take, yeah, whenever it comes up, yeah.
Yes, let me just change my angle.
Right. So, let's show you here. There's this other...
Use as much of the flat edge as possible.
Now, with today's technology, we only really need a small sample, right? And we'll be able to do a DNA test or whatever it takes. This is enough, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put this here as well.
Hold on.
It's, you know, I tell you, there are people in this world, I mean, they just don't respect the guitars.
Yep.
I would never, but anyway. Okay, that's coming off nicely. Now this is a very old glue, right? What do you think, Doctor? Because I can see the crackles here on the other side. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you from the focus of this. Can I, just for the benefit of the viewers, do you mind if we just move this over here so that we look at... oh, I'm sorry. I totally messed it up. Yeah. Okay. I totally messed it up. But, so here I see those crackles, right? So this is... do you know the age of this guitar? Any idea, or...?
From the person who donated, they said they had it for at least more than 20 years.
Ah, okay.
This is a very old guitar.
Uh-huh.
Get my hand there.
Right. I'm surprised. I can hold the heat gun if you wish, yeah.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
And you know, it feels like I should increase the heat even more.
Yes, this area is very stubborn.
Yeah.
Now let me change my angle.
Yeah.
Some areas flake, others bubble, I'm noticing.
Oh, look at that.
Yep, it's coming up. Let me see.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Be very gentle.
Can I push with the heat gun a little bit? Look at that.
Let me switch tools.
That's a dental tool, right?
Yes. But we can use it for this procedure.
Uh-huh. For this procedure. Hold on. Let me just move the vise a little bit so we can focus on this. Yeah.
Area.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's bubbling up right there. Look at that.
Yes. Seems to be quite the stubborn glue.
Now, just a question here. Like, you say you're a guitar pathologist. Does that pay well, or? I mean, for those viewers who wish to pursue the career, you feel it's like a rewarding job, or?
It's very rewarding for me. You gotta want to do the work.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of long hours.
Ah.
Very long hours, but when your heart is in it, and you find very interesting things along the way. Might need to...
And you work with all brands of guitars, right? Obviously.
Anything I can get my hands on.
Now, this is very unusual glue.
Yes. It's bubbling in some areas.
So it's really holding onto the bottom of the bridge, but it really didn't survive the, oh, look at the bubbles.
Yes. It's difficult. Doesn't seem to be scraping up well at all. Ooh. Maybe I've spoken too soon. Let me see.
Now,
would I possibly be able to switch back to our knife, doctor?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're in charge, you know, so. You think it worked better for peeling, right?
Yes.
To get underneath. So fortunately, since you're gonna be using epoxy, even if there's a little damage to the bottom of the bridge, the epoxy will obviously fill the gaps, right? And
yes, it's better than using a wood filler. It won't expand.
Yeah, wood filler or Tide Bond. Tide Bond wouldn't work, right?
Yeah, Tide Bond is a wood filler. Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
Do you mind if I try a little bit and you hold the heat gun?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'd like to get a... Oh, let me just get my phone to the other side. And you don't mind, right?
No, I do not.
Okay, so
Be my guess.
Here? All right.
We should move our field of vision.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's show the camera here. Sorry. Where are we? Here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Can't quite.
You think I'm doing well?
Yes. It's...
Yeah, this is really...
scraping right up.
Yeah. I mean, I've removed glue residue, you know, plenty of times, and this one feels different. So I can totally understand how you just said, you know, that guitar pathologist work is interesting because you always discover new things. Guitar pathology, right? Pathology, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm saying this
Pathology.
correct. Yeah. I think I could get used to this kind of work. This is a really stubborn glue. Doctor, can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
How about if we try? Do you mind if I have a closer look? Yeah. I've never seen anything like this before. Usually the glue behaves, you know, differently. I'm not sure what they used, but it was bubbling up. I have an idea, doctor. Do you think a chisel would work, like a wider chisel? But, you know, I'm just worried that it's going to ruin the blade of the chisel. How about one of those blades? Do you mind if I try? I know this is your project, but Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to try like this to see if... This glue is hard as a rock. And the lab hasn't tested the glue yet.
No, not yet.
There was no budget, right? I guess.
Everything takes time.
Yeah.
And money.
And approvals. Yeah. Yeah, I know. So, what do you think? Do you think that this might even be a quicker method? Do you want to try and tell me what you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So yes, friends, sometimes we need to, adapt to the situation, right, doctor?
Yes. Everything calls for different procedures as you work on things. You might have to test out new methods. Can't seem to see properly. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So now they're seeing through the microscope.
Yes.
And we can show them a real close-up. I see. Well, I can tell you, you've done it before.
I'm a doctor just like you, doctor.
Right. And you think you're going to be able to get it completely flat?
We'll get it as close as we can.
Do you mind if I vacuum it up a little bit?
Yes.
There you go, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Let me read the comments. Oh, so there's a comment. The glue, that's Dr. Aficionado here. The glue reminds me of carpet glue.
Interesting.
So if there's a budget, we'll have it tested, and we'll let you know next time. But that's a good hypothesis.
Seems to be coming up well.
So if it is carpet glue, I think that's a good theory, because the glue is in fact very thick. Do you think, doctor, that there's a chance that this bridge had been reglued in the past and then came off again because it wasn't properly reglued?
It could be. Multiple layers, multiple processes of putting this glue bridge back to the body. Can't seem to catch this area. Okay.
Do you want me to move the vise a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. And there's another hair over there.
Yep.
So do you think we should remove part of this hair for evidence collection?
Yes.
Maybe from this side? Okay, let me get the tweezers. And is it here? That's it.
Yes.
So we're gonna bag it. This is trace evidence.
Send it right off to the lab.
We are going to find out who did this.
Get a good handle on this to clean up the rest of this residue.
I mean, I'm learning a lot myself from this because, you know, I'm kind of like self-taught, I'll be honest. And, you know, and you have a PhD in this, so.
We all got to start somewhere. Let's see.
I can tell by the way you hold the tool that you're experienced. You know, sometimes, and I'm sure you understand this if you're a guitar player, you can tell by the way someone holds the guitar if they play the guitar. Right, Doctor? Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree, Doctor.
So, so the same thing here. I can tell by the way you just handle the tools that this is second nature to you. Should I? Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. I really like the progress we've made so far.
Yes, switching blades.
You know, sometimes I spend hours cleaning off a bridge. There's, in fact, a playlist on this channel. Well, it's all recorded, so you can see how much I was struggling. It's that Luna guitar. You can find the playlist. It took me hours to remove the glue. And here, look, it's going pretty quickly. Yeah. I'm just assisting.
Should we change our field of vision, shift it up more?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome, Doctor. In this direction, right? You like to do it in this direction. It's not going to fall. Now it's a little wiggly.
Yeah.
But I can be here just to make sure it doesn't fall. All right.
Thank you.
Do you have a good view through the scope?
Yes, of the edge.
Now, the reason why we're using the original bridge instead of a replacement bridge is to preserve the original part, correct, Doctor?
Correct.
Right. But technically, it's a vintage guitar, right?
Yes. Almost over 30 years.
Yeah. And let me ask you, Doctor, once this guitar is restored, do you know where it's going to go? Is it going to be put to good use, or is it going to go to a museum or to the university, or what's going to happen?
It's going to end up staying at the university.
I see.
Trying to be mindful of the edge.
Yeah, the edges. Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, but you beat me to it.
I'm also noticing this line down the middle.
You know, I just noticed that as well. Should we show through the microscope so they can see it? So, what do we make of this? Do you think this is a hairline fracture, or do you think it's maybe just a mineral deposit in the wood grain, or we don't know yet, right?
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be coming up.
It's still under the glue, right?
Yes.
It's underneath the layer.
Let's try scraping a little bit. See what comes of that.
Shall we see if now the heat gun might help? Do you want to hold it, or should I hold the heat gun?
I can hold it.
Okay, cool. All right. So.
Let's see. Yep, you can start seeing the cracks start to pop up.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That's fascinating, right?
Yes.
I can see how it's getting softer.
Yes, like that line just disappeared.
Now the crackles, they look like an old oil painting, like the Mona Lisa.
Or a vintage bag, like an alligator print.
Oh, right, right. So this is a, doctor, do you think this is a hairline fracture? It is, right?
Seems to be so. It's not going away with the glue.
Right.
Seems to be a part of the bridge.
Yeah, I think so. And discoloration would indicate, would you agree, doctor, that this is an old fracture that's
been festering for a while.
That's been around for quite a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can even smell the glue a little bit now.
Yes, here in the studio.
We still gotta
get the sides. It's quite a long and tedious process.
It is, right? It's not for toddlers. Not a job for toddlers. Do you feel, doctor, that in this day and age, people don't have the attention span to, you know, they like YouTube shorts and and we're doing here the whole procedure from beginning to end.
Yes, it has shortened people's attention span, and when they have the ability to just click, fast forward, speed up, and content being shorter and shorter.
Right.
Patience is a virtue.
Now this glue, when it heats up, it does have this odd smell. I've never experienced this at the shop before. So I can see that you're exposing wood completely, right? That was the whole idea, right? To be able to expose it so that you get a fresh glue joint.
Yes. Applying old glue or epoxy in this case over what's already here wouldn't make good.
It wouldn't work, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
it ended up coming up again and ended up right back in the shop.
Right. Hence the old Chinese proverb that says there's one way to do it right and a million ways to do it wrong.
Mm-hmm. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. It's another saying that I've heard from other doctors.
Mm-hmm. People don't trust doctors nowadays.
There's a lot of information going around
Right. So
the internet.
Do people trust you?
I try and lead with my best foot. You can't always change your mind. But more often than not, people trust me when they're in my care.
You mean when their guitars are in your care?
Yes.
But how does that? You're a guitar pathologist. I mean, at that point, they no longer care if the guitar.
Yeah.
But here we're actually doing a resurrection of
Yes.
the guitar.
Even when it's in this state, you still got to care for it. It's just a different form.
Now, do you mind if I vacuum it up again a little bit, or?
Yep.
Yeah. I think this went well so far. Too bad we don't have an audience. Only 2 people watching. Look at that.
Seems to feel smoother and smoother.
Do you want me to turn the vise around?
Yes, so we can start working on this area.
Right.
You gotta be careful.
What's better? No, actually, to turn the bridge around, right? That might be easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it so far. What do you think?
Yeah. Well,
I think this time when you reglue the bridge, it's definitely gonna work, right? See, that's the work of a professional now.
we aim to last.
Whoever attempted to reglue the bridge before, they didn't know what they were doing. I mean, we assume that it's been reglued because I don't think this is factory glue, right?
Mm.
So I have a theory. You know how we found those hairs, which we're going to analyze? Mm-hmm. The glue they used was so thick and viscous that it pulled some of the hairs from the brush when they were, and that's why they couldn't get a good squeeze out, because it was so viscous and thick. That's why there's a thick layer of glue. Do you think that's a valid theory?
That's a good working theory. When looking at this glue, it actually reminds me of like lasting glue, like the glue that comes in the containers with the brush in it.
Oh.
Like almost like in like a shoe factory. Like the thickness of the glue is kind of reminding me, and the smell as well.
I see. So do you think this could be glue that's used for shoes?
I don't think it was the right type of glue for this.
For this, right?
Yes.
Okay. But no, we're going to remove it. So, as long as it comes off, right? But it'd be interesting to know what type of glue it is, yeah. Mm-hmm. Should I hold the heat gun for you, or which technique you want to use now?
can try going back in with our razor.
With this razor?
Yes.
Yeah? To remove the bulk of it? Yeah.
Yes. And then go back for more detailed work with the heat gun.
Yeah. Let me read the comments. Does the glue that is, so somebody is asking here, doctor, does the glue that is on the bridge have a foamy air quality to it?
It seems to be bubbling.
When we heat it up, foamy air quality, airy quality. It seems to be really like hard, like glass, and then when we really heat it up, it bubbles. Yeah. We're gonna send it off to the lab as a sample. In fact, I should probably collect this sample. Do you mind? Collect. This is enough for the lab, right? Yeah. The lab guys are gonna love it. I can see you're well trained because we're only 52 minutes into this and into this live stream, and you're almost done removing this. Oh.
It seems the doctor isn't for show.
Okay. 2 more people joined our live stream. This is Dr. Williams. She's a guitar pathologist doing her postdoctorate in guitar forensics right now.
Yes, our current cadaver needs a bridge regluing.
Right. You
but
need
first
to watch.
We gotta...
You need to watch the beginning of this video in replay.
Yeah,
it's
to
gonna make a lot
understand
of
what's going on.
It's going to make a lot of sense.
Let's see.
I was asking if the glue has a foamy quality to it, because if it did, then I would speculate that it might be Gorilla Glue.
That's very accessible. Something that everybody can grab.
Gorilla Glue. That expanding Gorilla Glue, which should never be used on a guitar.
Could be
I don't
misleading.
think so, right? Because Gorilla Glue expands, and then I think it would have little air pockets in it, little bubbles. I am not sure, because I don't use it. Although Gorilla is the brand name, but they make several types of glue, so. But it's definitely not tight bond. It isn't tight bond. It isn't this glue. Hide glue. It isn't.
Doctor, do you want to change our field of vision? Move it up more?
Oh, yeah. All right, doctor. Like this?
Yes, thank you. That's perfect.
Right.
I might want to switch to the heat gun for this.
The heat gun? Okay, I can. You want me to hold the heat gun for you?
Yes.
Or, yeah, okay.
Thank you.
I love assisting.
Give it a second.
Less work for me. Is it bubbling up already or not yet? It is
It's
there, right?
starting right
It
there.
seems to be. Yeah, let me show them.
Yes.
Yeah?
Give it a second for the heat to work its magic.
Right. I like the way it looks, just like you said, like alligator skin.
It's creating very small pockets.
Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes we just gotta scrape it, and sometimes that's a bubble right there, right?
Yep. I noticed that it's not deflating, so it is quite thick.
Very thick, yeah. So you think we have already there? I can't see because I'm not looking through the microscope, but do you feel this is already exposed wood right there?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then we just have the edges.
It's kind of neat the way it looks, although
Oh, more bubbles.
I don't really welcome this kind of work because it's just too much work and people don't want to pay for the hours. And on this side, it's still very thick, right?
It's a very noticeable difference.
Let's see if there are any more comments. Oh, Dr. Steve Cassidy is here. Yeah. Hello to you, doctor. This is Dr. Williams.
Hello.
You don't know Dr. Steve Cassidy, right?
I don't think
From
so.
Scotland, yeah. Yeah. Here's another guitar doctor. And for all of you watching, I highly recommend, if you like guitar-related live streams or just guitar-related channels, just check out Steve Cassidy Guitar. It's not just recommended. See, if I speak to you in my official capacity as a guitar commissioner for the city of New York, well, I have jurisdiction outside of New York as well, it is mandatory to check out, okay? And if you don't check it out, we know where you live, so just keep that in mind. Going well, doctor?
Yes.
Yeah. What?
Doctor,
Yeah.
do you think we should do an acetone test on this?
What test?
An acetone test?
An acetone. I have acetone. That's a great suggestion. I have acetone right here. Let me take this away then. I have Q-tips right there, doctor. Yeah. Let's see. See, I'm glad I thought of it. All right. Will this do, doctor?
Yes, that should be enough.
Okay. So let me put it here. Oh yeah. See, I was going to put the cap back on, but we're using the cap for this, right? So do you want to do the test in this corner, or? And we should make sure that they see it here through the microscope. So.
I'm just soaking the Q-tip.
Right. Is it melting the glue?
I think it seems to be hardening it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that the acetone also is making it kind of bubbly?
Yes.
So now what happens if you try to scrape it now?
Let's see. Oh, it's coming right up.
Interesting. Do you mind if I try? I'm just curious. I'm going to come to the other side here.
Be my guest.
You know, that was a good idea. Here, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take over. I know this is your project. So maybe should we continue with this procedure?
Going back and forth?
Yeah. You see, this is that's why it's important to be flexible and open-minded, right? To try other methods. So if I put the acetone and you scrape, maybe that's a good teamwork. Did you think it was going to melt it? Like goo?
I thought it was going to maybe slide off a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we got another hair.
But now, doctor, now I got to tell you, you just gave me an idea. When you said acetone test, I wonder if, you know that toxic chemical we don't want to talk about publicly? If, because, yeah, you know, we use a toxic chemical in repair shops that I don't want to mention on the channel because I don't want kids to try at home. But we're responsible adults, so we can try, and I think you know which chemical it is. But Dr. Williams just gave me an idea. Maybe we should try with that as well to hit it a little bit. Do you think you want to try it? Yeah. So as long as we don't inhale it, and we have gloves, obviously, right? So we'll be fine. Where are those Q-tips right here? I think I have a little bit of this here, actually. Let me see. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So let's see what happens. Do you want to try?
Yes.
Is it doing anything different than acetone?
I think this is scrubbing it away.
It is. Okay. So now, do you mind if I try scraping it a little bit with this? Okay. What do you think? Which work better, the acetone or the chemical?
I think the chemical worked better.
I'll put some here for you. We tried so many things already.
Trying to watch this edge.
So do you get to travel around the country a lot with in your line of work?
For my line of work,
I mean, if there's a case, let's say in Chicago.
Yeah, I moved to their facilities.
Right. It's a little difficult at the edge, right?
Yes, I got it.
And it already evaporated. Should I put some more?
Yes. Just change my angle so I'm no longer hitting the edge. Quite tricky.
I can see the exposed wood grain. This is definitely going to be a strong glue joint this time. Do you want me to put some more chemical here where you're scraping now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Where do I have the... Oh, here's the Q-tip. So we are 1 hour and 9 minutes into this live stream. And I like it so far.
We can see more of the texture
I
again.
think, you know, the progress is significant that, you know. And you see, I don't need to do anything today. Okay. Oh, Dr. Steve Cassidy says hello to Dr. Williams.
Hello.
What do you mean, kind and hilarious? That means funny? I don't understand. Do I sound funny?
Depends on who you ask, doctor.
You also think I'm funny? I don't understand. There's nothing funny here. Okay, so Captain Ron, so not doctor, but Captain, I think he's referring to waterproof polyurethane glue. Tide Bond 3 is a type of PVA glue. Yeah. You see, when I think Tide Bond, I'm only thinking of this Tide Bond. Obviously, I know that Tide Bond 3 also exists. This I would use to make a jig or something. But I wasn't even thinking of that. Yeah. It didn't cross my mind.
I'd say this is pretty smooth, doctor.
So Dr. Steve Cassidy says, why is this so mesmerizing? I don't know. Huh? Oh, let me, yeah,
Vacuum.
let me clean up, vacuum. It looks really good. I don't think I could do it any better. I mean, and you know, I do this often. So you're working on this area now? You want a little more?
Yes.
Toxic chemical? Okay.
It seems we're going to have to change our field of vision as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Right there is good for you?
Perfect.
Excellent. You see, I can just relax. Maybe, doctor, do you have nail clippers for me? I would have to remove my gloves. Okay, she didn't bring nail clippers.
Came here to work, doctor.
Yeah, I am technically at work. But I love it. I can just relax now. Oh, and where these body bags come from? This is like a... Is this going to be reused, doctor, or... I guess they don't have to be sterile, right?
For the work we do? Nah. Whew.
We're really making good progress with this.
Doctor, do you have a sanding block?
A sanding block? I do. Yeah, I do have a sanding block. Right here. Will this one be okay? This is, I forgot what grade I put, but, you know, you can try.
Seems fine enough.
Is it gripping at all, or?
I'm feeling a little resistance, but not too heavy.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me vacuum it a little bit. It's still a little bumpy here, right? Do you want a little toxic chemical here, or?
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, friends. So, Dr. Steve Cassidy says, why is this so mesmerizing? I hope you're not mesmerized to the point that you forgot to click like or subscribe. Oh, doctor, you have a call coming in. Do you need to take a call?
No, it's okay. You can
Okay.
just flip it. This is busy work.
No problem. I just see that your phone is signaling. Maybe it's another case? Yeah.
It's better to reach me via email. I'm always on a case.
Oh, she's always on the case. All right. So you get a lot of late calls at night, right? Late at night, and
For
is it still
whenever-
bumpy there? Oh, let me vacuum it for you, doctor. Still,
As I feel it, it's smoother.
this is all very good, but there's a little bump here.
Yeah, the higher we go.
Yeah. Is it visible through the microscope so they can see it? Hold on. Is that the one? Yeah.
Yes.
There. Do you want me to hit it with the heat gun a little while you're scraping, or?
Yes. Helps the process.
Hold on. So sometimes there's just a stubborn spot, right?
Mm-hmm. Where it just doesn't want to let up. Seem to be getting stuck.
Oh, let's move this. Yeah, I think you got it off. Should I move the whole thing there a little bit in this direction?
Yep.
Is that still glue here, or?
Yep.
Mm.
There's still some more glue. Let's see.
I can hold it for you.
Thank you.
We tried quite a few techniques today.
Oh.
So, friends, this is the first time that a forensic, no, I'm sorry, what are you? A guitar pathologist is doing this live on, I was going to say on national TV, on a live stream, right?
I'm getting my doctorate in guitar forensics.
Yeah.
Let me find my head, doctor.
Mm-hmm. How about, have you ever done a combination of chemical and heat?
No, let's give it a try.
So why don't we try that? So which one, the acetone or our favorite toxic chemical? Let's try this one first.
Yes, our toxic chemical.
We're going to be careful, right? Because they're both flammable, but we're grown-ups, so. I don't think the heat gun is. Oh, it dries it up right away, right? So it doesn't really do anything. Okay, sorry. I can hold it. And you're also going to do the fret work on the guitar? All the polishing and...
Yes. We got to do it complete.
Completely. So there will be maybe like 3 live streams until we get it all done. Next week maybe, we'll be re-gluing the bridge.
Yep.
Depending on your availability, doctor, I guess, right? Because you got a busy schedule.
Yeah. But as of right now, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. I'm not really sure if next Saturday will work out for me, but we can talk about our schedules and...
Yes, we'll be in touch.
We'll be in touch, yeah. Now, I don't think I'll have a way to announce this, which means the only way to find out is to click the subscribe and button and the bell icon, right? Then you'll be notified. Well, I think that this looks really, really good. Yeah. So, I have a suggestion, Doctor. You and I can do just a little bit of extra touch-up off camera. I think our audience has gotten plenty of, information from this and learned a lot. What do you think? We can just finish it up off camera and then we'll discuss the schedule for the re-glue of the bridge. Now, you did mention something about a few specks of glue here.
Yes, along the sides.
Yeah, a little bit around the edge. So, if I may suggest, but it's your decision, we can just put the vise away and put the guitar in its place, and you can show what you want to remove. If you want to remove just a little sample or something, just to show, and then we'll do everything else off camera. Does that sound like...
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'll put this vise away. I guess we can put the bridge here. So you're watching Guitar Quackery live from New York City with Dr. Williams, guitar pathologist. And, yeah, sorry. Oh. Now, I'm used to this workspace, so let me just clean up quickly. And Dr. Williams did get a phone call, so this could be important, right? So we want to make sure that people are not waiting on her response. So why don't we turn it around this way? So the bridge looks really good so far. Like I said, we'll just finish off a little bit off camera. Let's place it here. And it's a Montaya guitar made in Korea. Model number 978. All right. So here, maybe too much light. So you said you wanted to show a little bit around the edges. Mm-hmm. There's, where did you see glue?
Along the perimeter. in multiple
along the
places.
perimeter, right, right. And I can even see, I didn't even notice this before, but some scratches here. Hold on, where's my pointed thing? So what do you think these scratches are from on the outside? There's scratches in this direction.
Could it possibly be from a previous sanding process?
Could be, right?
Yeah. There's also some
So
residue.
we have these scratch marks. They almost look like toe marks, right? And what were you saying about this soundboard?
It's laminated.
It's a laminate soundboard. I see. Yeah. So this got pulled off.
Yep. Clean off, but still patchy.
All right. And that's what you were saying before. You were telling me something that you found that the previous person who attempted to probably fix it, they removed part of what came off of the soundboard from the bridge. They should have left it there, I guess.
Yes. Where these missing pockets of the wood was probably still attached to the bridge, and it got sanded away.
Right, right. Okay.
Creating gaps for why we need the epoxy.
Right, right. Okay, so that's one reason why the choice. Okay. And is this glue residue that you wanted to show maybe here a little bit?
Yes.
So this is, you want to remove it a little bit? Or just like that? So I suggest, like I said, that you just remove a small sample of it, and then we are going to just do the rest offline.
Correct.
Because we don't want to take up Dr. Williams's valuable time too much. And next week we can do the glue up job.
Doctor, do you think this is a bit loose? Right here?
Yeah, I think they get the idea. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So this will conclude this episode of this. Well, I titled it what? Guitar Cadaver Restoration Part 1. Right. So this guitar will play. Right. We want it to actually be functional, right?
Yes.
Does it need any other work like the nut, or did you examine everything, or? No, it still has the nut there. This looks like the original nut. Yeah.
The only other thing that I examined was right here.
I see. Some cosmetic damage there. So let me
To the
point the
actual
camera
side of the body.
so that we can. And I do have an auxiliary light here. So you are saying that there's some cosmetic damage here.
Yes.
Okay. And is this something you'll be repairing, patching up a little bit?
I would like to.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
to
great.
get this done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this will be interesting for our audience then if you want to patch this up. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Okay, so that makes it more than 3 times, I guess, because that's going to be then the 4th visit of Dr. Williams. Okay, so kids, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, you know what? We're counting on you to do the right thing. With this. Click, click. All right. So, Dr. Williams, thank you very much for coming. Like I said, Dr. Dan was also watching, and Dr. Steve Cassidy joined us. And I just want to repeat to the rest of the audience, check out Steve Cassidy Guitar, his channel. Dr. Cassidy and I are actually going to jump on a Zoom call. Well, that's not going to be public, but he kind of said it on his channel, and I look forward to a one-on-one conversation with Dr. Cassidy. Thank you very much, Dr. Williams.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and good night.